Elbow Grease Productions, in association with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, presents Hi, this is Pearl Jr. with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, still bringing you more information on the life and or death of Michael Joe Jackson. My goodness, we still got things to talk about after 4.5 years? Well, yes, we do. Another celebrity by the name of Corey Feldman, which is a longtime friend of Michael Jackson, has come out alluding that Michael Jackson planned his own death. Listen to this.
Got it.
That's
okay. Now I have to bring something up on Good Morning America yesterday. You made this controversial statement, okay, where you said that Michael Jackson was much more involved in his own death. Why do you think that? Why
that
did
was
you say
my
that?
own. That's my own belief. Okay, like I said, that it was a taped interview. So that's the problem with taped interviews, is that you never know how they're going to turn out. But you know, it's my own belief. I have the right to my belief. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that's my belief. After knowing the man for as long as I did.
Well, what exactly did you mean by
18
it,
years. I think that he sent a message to the world, and the message was, "This is it. That's it." I mean, it's all pretty point blank. I mean, he was a legend, and the bottom line is he was constantly thinking about, what does it take to leave my legacy? How do I leave my legacy? How do I go out on top and make sure that people remember me in the best possible way? And the best possible way is to go out on top. So my belief is that, you know, maybe there never was going to be a tour. Maybe it was just about that.
Did you think that was the sort of end he would have? Knowing him for 18 years, envisioning him throughout his life, did you think he would grow up to be an older man, or did you think he would die tragically?
He told me things, but I don't want to go into that because I don't have the right to talk about that. I have to only talk about myself because I don't want to offend anyone, and a lot of times I say things that I may have knowledge of things from private conversations, but I can't elaborate on it because it's not fair to those people.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Well, I still want to turn the cameras off and have a conversation with you guys.
I know, right?
It's such compelling stuff.
Well, this book is a good one. Check it out. It's out right now, Choreography. It's on sale now, so check it out.
Then we had Akon. You know, he did a duet with Michael called Hold My Hand. He's also said that Michael Jackson faked his death.
This is just my thought. And maybe it's me being wishful, but I just don't know if I believe he's gone. Wow. Totally.
You know what? I don't believe he's gone either.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way. I feel the same way.
Like, part of me hopes that he escaped, took care of his kids, they know what's going on, and he's waiting to come back.
Yeah, man.
But if he is, don't you think he's going to be upset about all those people saying they made love to him? I would be upset about that too. Like, whoa, not that guy.
Then we have producer extraordinaire Teddy Riley saying that he believes Michael faked his death.
And last question, you recently tweeted that you believe Michael Jackson is alive. While we have a fair idea of what you meant, a lot of the fans wanted a bit of clarity on that.
Alright. You know, when I speak from the heart, and I speak from the truth. And from my heart, yes, I do. And from my heart, I can feel why.
Okay.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's not too much that because I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I don't really care. But the facts that I know, I would think he is. And it's only because he was a target. And he was a target for people, you know, with the media and everybody. I'm talking about everybody except his children and his surrogate family.
And also, this came up as quite a bit of a surprise. And here's B. Howard hanging out with Michael's brothers and sisters and hanging out with Corey Feldman. You know, Brandon Howard, who has the same name as Marlon, Michael's brother Marlon's twin that passed away, unfortunately. Brandon Howard, son of Mickey Howard, who happened to be managed by Joe Jackson during the time that Brandon Howard was born, during the time of Thriller in in Billie Jean and Wanna Be Starting Something, in which Michael talks about babies. And many people think, because of the way Brandon talks and the way Brandon sings and the way Brandon's built and the way Brandon looks, that he could be the son of Michael Joe Jackson. Well, listen to what Corey Feldman has said.
First of all, right behind you,
yes,
part of rock and roll, R&B, music royalty, right there, right in this room, as you don't even understand it.
Yes.
B. Howard. Go look it up. Go look it up,
man?
people. B. Howard. Do you know who that fool is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
that
let
guy.
me tell you something about this boy. First of all, okay, he's part of the Jackson family.
Yeah. Mickey Howard is your relative.
Yeah.
The legendary Mickey Howard.
Yeah.
That's your
That's
mom.
his mom.
Man, Mickey Howard is bad.
And he's part of that family too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which family?
Jackson.
The Jackson family.
Yeah, man.
So that's true?
Corey, it's your interview.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Get up here. Come here.
Yeah,
man. Come
who's
here,
your
man.
daddy?
Come here.
Oh, yeah.
We confused. So
Don't
Mickey Howard
get
is
all
his
crazy.
mom.
He's a private person.
No, it was
you
said.
can interview him later.
But
we
it was
just trying
said
to
that
understand.
Michael was his father. Right?
I didn't say nothing like that.
But I mean, I said it was said.
Oh, was it? I didn't hear that.
Was Michael your father, man?
Corey, Ascension Millennium?
B. Howard, was Michael your dad?
Oh my God! Why you guys putting him on the spot like that? That ain't right. Come on, be nice to the man.
And of course, Corey Feldman is on a promotional tour promoting his book, Choreography, which is pretty much about his life as a child actor, pedophilia in the entertainment industry, in which he does state very clearly that Michael never ever molested him. Michael was like a brother to him. And also he talks about his friend Corey Haim, who unfortunately passed away. You know, Corey Feldman gave this heartfelt, very emotional speech that I think that we should hear at the Forever Michael event, which was held June 26, 2010, where Catherine was launching her book, Never Can Say Goodbye. Well, neither can we, Catherine. And I just thought that this speech was rather insightful, even though I've heard millions of speeches and millions of things about Michael said by tons and tons of people that knew him. But I think that this speech in its entirety should be heard. So here is Corey Feldman talking Michael Jackson back in 2010.
It's unparalleled what Michael Jackson has achieved as a solo artist in this business and in society. Not just as an artist, not just as a singer, not just as a songwriter, not just as a dancer, but as a human being, as a humanitarian. What Michael Jackson has achieved in his career is what every single artist in the world strives for. It's what we all do what we do for, is to have the world listen and watch and pay attention as we create our artistry. That is the goal for all of us, is to be recognized. And Michael Jackson has been recognized the world over, in every country, in every part of the world, as the greatest entertainer of all time. Now, Michael and I had a very special relationship because I met Michael when I was 12 years old. Now, everybody knows Michael's music. Everybody knows Michael's dancing. And everybody knows Michael's persona, what he put out there, what he portrayed to the world. But what a lot of people don't know is Michael as a person. And the reason why a lot of people don't know that is because he didn't want them to. Michael was very shy. Michael was a bit eccentric. And he liked to do things behind closed doors. He liked to have a personal, private life. And the reason for that is because when your life is out there all the time, when you're constantly under a microscope, and you're constantly exposed for the whole world to see, you have to keep some things personal. Because if you don't, then you lose yourself. Well, as a 12-year-old kid, I remember watching Michael Jackson before I ever met him. First time, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of Michael's music when I was a little kid. I wasn't. But it wasn't until I saw Motown 25 and my world changed. Because when I saw that performance on Motown 25, I've never seen anybody move as gracefully as Michael Jackson moved. I never saw anybody have magic in their eyes. The magic that was in his eyes, the passion that was behind the dance, what he was trying to convey in his performance. I'd never seen it before. And I watched it over and over and over again until I learned how to do everything I could to dance just like that. And so I studied it and I trained it. And I have Michael Jackson's music to thank for my music career that I have today, because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And I know that there's a lot of artists in this world who say that exact same thing. However, I studied Michael. I emulated every move that he made, literally. And I started getting asked to come to parties amongst other Hollywood kids and perform Billie Jean, because I just started doing it. I can't explain it. And I would walk into a room and somebody would throw me a fedora, and all of a sudden the DJ would start playing it. And I didn't know how to sing. I was a terrible singer, actually. But I knew how to dance because I studied Michael. And eventually it got to the point where I was like doing these appearances in front of like 80,000 people performing Billie Jean, but I was lip syncing because I couldn't sing. So eventually I was like, I think we're on to something here, but I got to learn how to sing. So I learned. And now I'm okay. Still no Michael Jackson, but I'm all right. But the point is that it started my music career by trying to dance like him, by learning his music. And then I asked Steven Spielberg one day on the set of The Goonies, I said, I know that you're friends with Michael. Is there any way that you could introduce me to him? And Steven said, well, let me see what I can work out. And so he got us all tickets to the Victory Tour, which was amazing. It was amazing. And there we were, all the Goonies kids with their parents on this big bus, driving down to Dodger Stadium. And I was so excited because I got to meet Michael after. And then Michael, being as polite as he was, invited all of us to his hotel room after. But Steven Spielberg, also being polite, said, I don't want to invade you with like 8 kids and all their parents. It's too much. So we'll have to do it another time. So I was really disappointed until the day that Michael actually came to the set and visited us himself. And that was the day that we met. And once we met, Michael and I became like brothers. I mean, literally like brothers, because I had a very rough childhood. So everybody got to see the music. Everybody got to see that side of him. But what I learned at that point was I learned what he was and who he was as a human being. And that is what impressed me. And that is what really helped mold and shape my career. Because what I learned from Michael Jackson, above and beyond everything else, was how he treated his fans. That was the most important. Because Michael always took time to stop and smile and shake hands or give a hug and sign an autograph for anybody at any time, because he realized the value of that moment. Because what that moment means to that fan who's coming up and saying hello, it means something that they've looked forward to possibly their entire lives. They will remember that moment forever. For us, it's just a fleeting moment. It's just a picture, it's a hello, and then we move on. But for that fan, they're going to remember that moment for the rest of their lives. And that is what Michael taught me. He said, you've always got to treat them with love. You've always got to treat them that they're special. You've got to give them a big hug. You've got to show them that they're as important to you as you are to them. And I have marked those words every day of my life ever since. And my career, which I am fortunate enough to still be in this business after 35 years of working, I can say that I attribute the way I treat my fans to Michael Jackson. There's one other very important thing that Michael Jackson taught me. Besides his work with charity, besides giving all that he could give to the world, I learned one other thing. And it was after he passed away that I learned it. But it's very important, and I need to share it with you before I go. Michael and I were friends, really close friends, for about 18 years. And the reason I say 18 years is because it was 8 years before he passed away that him and I didn't speak. We had a bit of a falling out. And when we had that falling out, I held a grudge. I held a resentment. And 8 years passed, and suddenly he was gone. Now, Michael made efforts to reach out to me during that period of time. He made efforts. I did not. I was holding firm. I was being stubborn. It's part of my heritage. It's part of my family. It's just the way I was raised. But what I learned is that forgiveness is the most important thing in this world. Because you never know. You never know when it's too late. And I can never, ever let go of the fact that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or give Michael a hug, or tell him again that I loved him. So I'm taking that opportunity right now to say, Michael, I forgive you, I hope you forgive me, and I love you.
Okay, this is Pearl Jr. with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, and I will see you next time.
Thousands believe Tupac did it. Millions believed Elvis did it. But did Michael Jackson really do it? E-movie book, Pseudocide, Did Michael Jackson Fake His Death to Save His Life? By author Pearl Jr. It's the most shocking true story of our lifetime. Order yours today. Go to MichaelJacksonPseudocide.com. That's MichaelJacksonPseudocide.com.
Information on the life and or death of Michael Joe Jackson. My goodness, we still got things to talk about after 4.5 years? Well, yes, we do. Another celebrity by the name of Corey Feldman, which is a longtime friend of Michael Jackson, has come out alluding that Michael Jackson planned his own death. Listen to this.
Got it.
That's
okay. Now I have to bring something up on Good Morning America yesterday. You made this controversial statement, okay, where you said that Michael Jackson was much more involved in his own death. Why do you think that? Why
that
did
was
you say
my
that?
own. That's my own belief. Okay, like I said, that it was a taped interview, so that's the problem with taped interviews, is that you never know how they're going to turn out. But you know, it's my own belief. I have the right to my belief. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that's my belief. After knowing the man for as long as I did.
Well, what exactly did you mean by it, though?
Years. I think that he said.
Elbow Grease Productions, in association with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, presents Hi, this is Pearl Jr. with MichaelJacksonInsider.com, still bringing you more